Please remain standing for the presentation of colors from our very own Air Force JROTC Blue Raider Corps. Please remain standing until the colors are retired. You may be seated. Good evening, families, students, teachers, Dr. Dyer, and board members. The day has finally come. We've made it through 4 years of high school and all survived a global pandemic. Now, it is time to graduate. In reflecting back on our 4 years on this campus, I was reminded of lyrics and songs from an artist that entertained and influenced many of us through our 4 high school years. Aubrey Drake Graham. In one of his Grammy-winning hits, Drake captured a moment that I found appropriate for tonight. So, in the words of Drake, we started from the bottom, now we're here. My name is Anna Ingram, and I've been honored to represent our class and the students of CHS as the class president this year. And while most of you would probably hate the idea of having to get up here and speak today, this has always been something that I loved and a dream of mine. So I'm honored to represent our class and speak in front of you all today. It seems like just yesterday that we started all of our freshmen first. The first day of school, first time walking through the halls, first Friday night under the lights, first big performance, first AP Human Geography class, which for many of us came with our first failing test grade. And lastly, our first boyfriend. But for some of us, the second and the third boyfriend and the fourth. If the underclassmen at CHS learn anything from our senior class, it should be avoiding senior boys your freshman year at all costs. But most importantly, the freshman year was filled with many lessons learned and lots of growth for a lot of us. Sophomore year rolled around with the sound of car keys dangling and bass thumping as we started to gain a little bit more freedom as we started driving for the first time. In addition to getting our driver's license, we were all challenged with having to learn a second language. Dormiste durante la clase del español? And if you don't understand what I just said, you were clearly one of the sleepers in first period Spanish too. But shout out to Miss Rodriguez for keeping her class wide awake with the many dress-up skits and songs. Junior year was hard enough already balancing the tough workload, and for many of us, trying to hold down a job while also being involved in extracurriculars. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, what we thought was a 2-week extended spring break turned into a life-changing lockdown. I commend the senior class, as well as the teachers and staff of CHS, for persevering through the trials and tribulations that have come along with this ongoing pandemic. And finally, our senior season was upon us. Although it didn't look like what we expected it to be, we were all just happy to be back at school again. We masked up, took temps, and started social distancing. It wasn't easy, but we were all here, in person, walking endless circles through the halls in a one-way pattern just to be back at the school that we love again. What makes Cleveland High School so great is not the freshman bathrooms, the starting time of 7:30 a.m., the lovely ingenuity courses, or the after-school traffic, but instead these 3 groups of people. 1, the teachers and administrators of CHS. Many teachers have influenced us over the years, and I have multiple favorites. But luckily, some have not influenced us too much, like a certain redheaded football coach who tried all year to get me to say on the announcements, "Work hard, get smart, be nice, and kick ass." Next is our families, the ones who supported us on our best days and our worst. And for my own parents, who've taught me many life lessons, like I can't control what other people say or do, I can only control the way I react to them. And lastly, the students of Cleveland High School. We are a resilient, bright, outspoken, and athletic class who has survived the unimaginable, like online learning and medical isolation, or even bigger things like getting beaten by Bradley all 4 years. Sorry, Coach Williams, there's always next year. To those of you who have received honors, awards, and distinctions, well done. And in the words of George Bush, to UC students, you too can be President of the United States one day. After living through a challenging year of COVID, I challenge us all to leave this legacy. As Oprah said, show the world not how to put the pieces back together, but how to create a new, more evolved normal. A world more kind, more just, more beautiful and luminous. To achieve greatness is not to get money and recognition. It is to leave joy and hope with those whose paths you have crossed. Our senior class will not be remembered by grades, popularity, likes, or favorites, but by the relationships made and the kind of person you were. So be true to yourself and be true to others. Class of 2021, it has been an absolute honor to be your president. And from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you. Now, I wish to recognize an individual who was recently elected as the new student body president for the upcoming year. I now invite Ryan Lovelace and Miss O'Brien to the stage as I pass on this title. The honor of being president is an amazing accomplishment for anyone who earns this position. Being president means representing the student body, and being the spearhead for the student government. Standing leadership means patience, decision-making skills, and above all else, must be open to all opinions and ideas that come their way. It is my honor and privilege to pass on this title, and in order to symbolize this passing, I shall bestow this sash on our newly elected president, which will continue to be passed down throughout the years. On behalf of Cleveland High School and its students, I officially pass the title of president over to you. Congratulations. Please join me in honoring the class of 2022's student body president, Ryan Lovelace.
Good evening. My name is Skylar Stone, and I'm honored to be speaking today as your class representative. First, allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm an 18-year-old girl with a tattoo, purple hair, and multiple piercings. The true epitome of what some people believe a rebellious young adult should look like. Those people might be surprised to learn that I am also internationally recognized for my academics and community service and will be attending Northwestern University in the fall. I'm a physical reminder that what other people perceive may not always determine your reality. Doing what makes me happy, pursuing my passion and purpose, expressing myself, those things don't make me a bad person, or a troubled teen, or a stereotype. I've learned that physical reminders can point to transcendent realities. I've always oriented my bed towards the window so that I could see the stars and the moon above, where my mind ventures out to worlds beyond our own. In 2019, I had the opportunity to live out my fantasy. As part of the German-American Partnership Program, I got to travel to Germany with some of my classmates who may remember the 4-hour hike we took. I lay on a hill, and I looked out at the enormous snowy mountains before me. It was here, staring in awe at the largest creation I've ever seen, that I realized our abstract values contest our concrete ones, and that our individual perception is just a piece of the greater world. This past year, we've been in a collective mental fog. While we've been trapped inside, social media has become our window into the wider world. As a result, perhaps more than ever before, our ears and our eyes have been filled with the idea that in order to be happy, we need money, a killer body, flawless skin, designer clothes, fame, and glory. However, I believe that there are exactly two things that each and every one of us needs in order to be happy: passion and purpose. Your purpose often extends from your passion, and if you're passionate about something, you'll find a way to pursue it no matter what. A great example of this is one of my friends from my club, Science Olympiad. He exhibited this passion for astronomy, a topic we offered through the club, but not as a class. He studied it independently during club time, using resources online and from our library. When we had competed, he placed higher than 41 other schools in the state. My friend didn't see obstacles, but opportunities, showing that there are always chances to challenge the norm and overcome your own obstacles. Similarly, I see our class not as our obstacles, but as our passions. I see painters, musicians, cooks, academics, performers, singers, and engineers. I see pathways going to the military, trade school, college, and the workforce. I see people who are passionate about making a difference in the world, no matter how small. And above all else, I see people prepared to challenge the norm and dare to find their own happiness that is not predetermined. It is because of this that I believe our class of 2021 will succeed in whatever we do. The world is not just what you can see through your own small window. The world includes so many cultures and countries, So many ways that you can impact others and they can impact you. So, as we split ways and go along our respective paths, I want to remind you to look past the obstacles for the opportunities. But always remember that the world is not just your own perspective, and that a good goal is to help others find their own happiness as well. As Nelson Mandela once said, we can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. Any act of kindness, no matter how small, impacts somebody else's happiness, and therefore makes the world a better place. You have all the power in your hands, but never, ever sacrifice your own deep-seated happiness. That is, officially, the last bit of wisdom I wish to offer to the graduating class of 2021. And as my final goodbye to you all, I want to say thank you to my family for allowing me to work hard every day. I want to thank all of my amazing teachers for all they do and have done for me and everyone else. And I want to wish each and every one of my classmates a long, healthy, and happy life. Thank you all.
Wow, class of 2021, we have made it. Congratulations. I will say you guys are looking very professional today in your gowns, and to be able to have this moment together in person, we should take with pride and definitely enjoy. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Abdiel Medina, and a basic character description of me, I am an energetic nerd. On my first day of school as a freshman, I walked into those doors terrified, but when I stepped out, I was beyond excitement. And today, if we have a sugar level rush here, my energy was off the roots. And so my sister was a junior at a time, so I ran over to her. And to quote my freshman self, I was going on, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, Ariana High School is so amazing. The school is so large, the teachers are cool, I am ready to learn. I was definitely just dealing with so much excitement at that moment. And I'm sure when we all kind of look back to our freshman year and that first day of school, we all have those special memories that we can touch on. And looking to see where we started as freshmen to where we are now as CHS graduates, there have been many obstacles, yes, but it's also been a time of new growth, opportunities, accomplishments, and lasting friendships and memories. And today is also a special memory, so one thing I will say is I would love to get a picture with you after graduation, so please meet up with me. Now, when I look at CHS, what I love about this place is that it's more than a place of athletics or academics. It's a place built of incredible people that bleed Raider blue. And this includes both our students and their families and all of our teachers. To tell you the story about some of these teachers, I've been amazed by how or to tell you about some of these students, I've been amazed how the JRC cadets are some of the most fun and disciplined group of people to be around. My heart is always moved by the phenomenal talent and skill of our students in art, theater, Renaissance, and music. I love the competitive spirit of our athletes and their strive for excellence. I'm impressed by the intellect of my peers, and a lot of them don't even need the 4.0s to prove it. And to also go back to our teachers here are truly incredible. Coach Fromm has stepped out of his way in the classroom to help many students through tough moments in their lives. Mr. Miles is always putting students in a good mood with his jokes and laughs, and he's one of the only teachers I could be sarcastic with. Miss Davis is always encouraging students, and you cannot count the number of birthday affirmations and thank you letters she's written to students. Chief Hughes and Colonel Campbell have helped the cadets in this school grow as both servant leaders and to also serve their school and their community. I could go on and on with these teachers, and I'm sure that you also have teachers that you could think of going back from high school, middle school, and elementary. So just for a moment, can we give a round of applause for our teachers, because we would not be here without them. Teachers, Y'all are amazing, and I will say you are also looking very professional today. Now, when I reflect upon these teachers, I cannot thank them enough for how they believed and encouraged me. In the past, and this may surprise many people, but I used to struggle with self-hatred of myself and a lack of purpose. In those dark moments, God was my rock holding me together. He was filling me with joy. And I am beyond thankful because I then began to learn through these teachers and unique opportunities I gained in high school that my life did matter. I did have a purpose, and I was capable of so much more than I could realize. I found this especially evident this year amidst pandemic when I stepped into a new leadership role as president of FCA. Now, I was honestly terrified, I was overwhelmed, but I had a teacher like Coach Phillips where every day he would always encourage me, he would always pour onto me. I mean, this man would be so busy with so many different tasks, but he would meet after school to help me prepare for all my responsibilities. So thank you, Coach. And it was really also really through high school that I began to discover the calling God had for my heart, which to really to serve and encourage the youth around me. So when I really reflect on my life and my journey in high school, to me it's just amazing because despite those struggles that held me back, I went from a scared, energetic nerd to where I'm still an energetic nerd, but I now have confidence and I see myself as a leader and I have an understanding for my purpose. And hey, here I am now having the opportunity to speak to you all, so thank you to my peers for that. If there's something that I want every person to take away from my speech and my story, is recognize that your life does matter. You have a purpose, and you are capable of so much more than you can realize. And this doesn't mean you have to go out and become the most successful business owner or become famous. Everyone has their different paths that they may take, and that's okay. And I would like to challenge you that as you discover that path, or maybe you already have, make sure that you're encouraging people along the way, because similar to my story, everyone may have struggles that they may be going through, and sometimes they may be too scared to share what that struggle is. But when you choose to encourage someone, when you choose, like Miss Davis, to write that letter of affirmation, it is amazing the impact it can have on someone's life. Now, right here in my speech, I do owe a big thanks to my family, because I would not be where I am now and doing what I am now if it wasn't for their constant encouragement to me. They've made so many sacrifices, shown me so many love. And just thank you, family. I really wouldn't be here without you. So as I reach the conclusion of my speech, I would like to say to my CHS graduates, family and friends, CHS staff, and whoever out there may be listening, and if you are listening, listen up. Remember that your life does have a purpose. Your struggles do not change that, but rather they can help you discover it. And along the way, let's be people that encourage one another. And don't wait till you go to college. Don't wait till you see someone hurting. In those moments, we do need to encourage people, but let the encouragement start today and tomorrow and every day to come. That reaches the end of my speech. Thank you all for listening.
Friends, since we first stepped foot in the halls of CHS, this place has not ceased to call out to us legacy. Indeed, it is the song that echoes in our halls, adorned as they are with the beaming countenances of Blue Raiders. It is the wind in every horn that plays Go Big Blue on Friday night. It is the rhythm, the beat in our bones that stirs us to sing our alma mater at the top of our lungs. The notes are different, but the words are in essence the same. Here we are. Here's our legacy. We carry it on. This is our song, the legacy we inherit from the Blue Raiders gone before us. But now, we're moving on, singing our own songs, leaving our own legacies. Our paths are diverging, so we come to it, the query of our present and the psalmody of CHS. What is our legacy? When your path and my path meet, our legacy is what we give to each other. It's what I leave with you after we've parted, and what you leave with me after we've said goodbye. The rivalry games, the homecoming games, the championships, the elusive homecoming dances. Carlos Zavala, the heart of CHS, and his endless stream of fatheads. The lunchtime arm wrestling tournaments in the courtyard, the detentions, the infamous long lunches, many of you remember those. The shenanigans, Mr. Mack, Mr. Bobbitt, and all our beloved substitutes, the obnoxious honking of horns and revving of engines in the upper parking lot, the endless Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. The fire drill out in the rain, that punk sophomore that pulled the alarm. All these things we've shared together, they make our song, and we sing it to the journey's end. We carry these till the cracks of doom. We've walked these halls together 4 years. Already we've given so much and shared so much. And we know that this is not the end. This isn't the end of our legacy. This is a beginning. Our legacy is not behind us. It is ahead. It's what we'll do with the rest of our lives. Still, I ask you, class of 2021, when we walk off this field, what kind of legacy will we be leaving? If all that we leave amounts to a banner in the Raider Arena, or a perfect score on our ACT, or even a piece of poetry scribbled on the walls of a bathroom stall. If this is all we leave, sisters and brothers, we failed. To devote ourselves to these things is to miss the forest for the trees. All these are signs of legacy, yes, even the bathroom scribbles. But they're not the real thing. The real legacy, the thing that matters, we leave with our friends. Many of you will recall, I'm sure, how adamantly, as a freshman leadership kid, I swore I would one day be President of the United States. Well, I'm telling you now, I'm setting the record straight. There was nothing noble in me, as I seem to have fooled some of you. There was nothing noble in me that made me speak thus. I thought that's what a legacy was. I wanted my memory recorded in the annals of history, my name in monument of stone. And really, that's no great legacy anyway. The legacy we leave not in fragile book pages, nor in cold stone, but on the very hearts of our friends. Our names are inscribed forever, and on their lips, our song is sung. And we sing it till the journey's end, carry it till the cracks of doom. So I recall now, briefly, a memory with a dear friend of mine. Joseph Brown and I were sitting on a bus together on our way to the Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center at Washington, D.C. It was a Model UN trip. And as I looked out the window and up the walls of this towering edifice, I remarked to Joseph, "Man, I'd like to have a building named after me." And Joseph, without missing a beat, and with the gentility of a saint, admonished me and said, "I'd like to have a meaningful impact on one person's life." And in that very moment, his desire was granted. For in that moment, he gained a special place in my heart. That is a good legacy. That is the kind of legacy that I want to leave. Our legacy won't be those superficial things we leave behind us. It won't be our GPA, it won't be the records we broke, it won't be our followers, it won't be our streaks. Who am I kidding? You all know I don't have streaks. the legacy we leave with our friends. And it's the love we bear them, wherewith we impress ourselves on the heart of a friend. And by the same love, do our friends bear our marks? And we bear the marks of our friends? So I say, as we leave here and prepare to leave our legacies, our marks on the world, let's take a look at our hearts and see what marks are on them. Once we've done that, we'll be closer to knowing the love that wrote them there. And when we know that love, then and then only shall we truly be able to lift our hearts in song and praise for the memory of our friends. Then and then only shall we be able to leave a legacy worth our while.
Can we give one final round of applause for our student speakers? If you would have asked me 12 months ago what today would look like, I'm not sure I would have predicted a beautiful May evening at Benny Monroe Stadium filled with 373 amazing seniors and their loved ones. We are certainly blessed to be here together tonight. I want to welcome you to the 2021 Cleveland High School graduation ceremony. We're thankful to share this special moment for our graduates with all of you. It takes a lot of work to prepare for an event of this magnitude. These efforts are magnified by the challenges that come with hosting an event after a pandemic school year. I cannot begin to thank the dozens of people that assisted with today's event, including the maintenance department for Cleveland City Schools, our office staff, our band director, Jim Burton, the media department, our counseling and administrative staff, and our graduation committee. Cleveland City Schools is a remarkable school system. Our facilities are top-notch. Our programs are second to none. And the heart of a Raider beats in our hallways and our classrooms. Our Director of Schools, Dr. Russell Dyer, and our school board are seated over here to my left. During a school year that desperately needed it, they have provided tremendous vision and fearless leadership. The safety of our students has been their top priority, and for that, we are extremely grateful. Also seated by the scoreboard are administrators from our feeder schools, district office administration, and other district staff. Without their support, our school system would lack passion and vision. We are so blessed to have the benefit of their service. Cleveland High School is blessed to have the most amazing faculty and staff. The adults in this building truly understand the value of building relationships with students and being change agents in their lives. They heal the broken, motivate the unmotivated, inspire the lost, and celebrate even the smallest of victories. Also in attendance tonight are teachers from our elementary schools and Cleveland Middle School. Please stand if you are a teacher or staff member in Cleveland City Schools. Would you join me in giving them a round of applause? I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to acknowledge the parents of our graduates. As a parent of 2 current Blue Raiders, I recognize the time and effort that goes into getting to this day. We spend countless hours helping with homework, keeping up with calendars, transporting to extracurricular activities, and worrying about every decision made by our teenagers. If you are the parent or guardian of a 2021 graduate, please stand at this time, and students, if you will join me and celebrate them tonight. Thank you. We cannot focus on the present or the future without recognizing our past. Cleveland High School is special because of its rich heritage that is defined by a history of opportunity and excellence in education. In 1966, students walked away from Arnold Memorial School to their new school on Raider Drive. It was a day of great celebration and excitement for the almost 700 new Blue Raiders. The formal dedication ceremony was held on October 2nd, 1966, at the new Cleveland High School, a culmination of united efforts by students, teachers, principals, district administration, Board of Education members, and the Parent-Teacher Association members. In just a few short moments, the class of 2021 will join an esteemed group of alumni who have made this school what it is today. The alumni at Cleveland High School have accomplished much over the years. They are college presidents, national political reporters, educators, CEOs, screenplay writers, editors, pastors, ranking officers in our armed forces, and engineers, changing the landscape of major cities in the Southeast. All of these individuals have made a difference in their profession with the skills they acquired in the hallways and classrooms at Cleveland High School. Make no mistake, the class of 2021 lives up to the legacy of Cleveland High School. Dr. Dyer will be telling us about this class and their many accomplishments in a few moments. These students will be remembered for those accolades. For me, this class will be remembered for so much more. Last Friday, we hosted a senior party, academic signing, and senior walk. As you played games and danced and laughed with your classmates, I realized how far you have come as a class. In a year filled with more obstacles than we could have planned, you've shown tremendous resilience and pride in your school. You met challenges such as masks, temperature checks, and the unpopular one-way hallways with a sense of determination and acceptance that should be commended. You made our jobs easier by leading our school during a time that was difficult to maneuver. I'm thrilled to share in this celebration with the family, friends, community members, and many Cleveland City employees that have contributed to your successes. No matter what your memories of high school are, my hope for you is that the good and bad of your high school experience can deliver a focus and persistence towards the life you aspire to live. Waiting for you when you leave tonight is a life that is relentless in its pursuit to challenge and inspire you daily. Throughout the month of May, there has been much pomp and circumstance leading up to graduation day. We've heard many inspirational words from our alumni, teachers, community members, and fellow students. There's not much I can say to you today that hasn't already been said before. Simply stated, we love you, you will be missed, and we wish you a lifetime of success and happiness. Graduation has always been my favorite day of the school year because of what it represents. Perseverance from yesterday blended with a hope for tomorrow. I am thrilled to celebrate this outstanding milestone in your life. Indeed, it is a great day to be a Raider. And now, Dr. Dyer and the Board of Education, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2021.
Good evening, and congratulations to the Cleveland High School graduating class of 2021. You are commended for your hard work and your dedication for completing the requirements set forth by the state of Tennessee and Cleveland City Schools to receive your high school diploma. This diploma will open the doors to your future and will allow you to move forward with your post-secondary career whether that be the Armed Forces, TCAT, a 2-year college, a 4-year university. Some of you may have also earned industry certifications that will allow you to go straight into the workforce. Regardless of what you have planned for after graduation, I wish you the best, and we are all very proud of your accomplishments. The Cleveland City Schools Board of Education is also very proud of you. We have several members of the Board of Education in attendance today, and I will ask them to stand quickly as I call their name. Dawn Robinson, Tom Cloud, Peggy Pesterfield, Carolyn Ingram, Charlie Cogdill, Krista McKay, and Nate Tucker. This year, unlike last year, the seniors had the opportunity to have a much more normal senior experience. Prom was a success, senior awards night was in person, the senior walk experience took place in our middle and elementary schools, and tonight we are culminating the year with graduation. Moreover, our seniors have accomplished much in their personal journeys this year, both individually and collectively as a class. Now, please allow me to brag on the class of 2021. First, a number of seniors have committed to our United States Armed Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and National Guard. In fact, Trey McDaniel, a graduating senior, received a letter of assurance for an appointment to West Point and will attend there this fall. If you've committed to the Tennessee National Guard or the United States Armed Forces and you're in attendance today, please stand now and be recognized. In the world of academics, 30 seniors are graduates of distinction for earning a 4.0 grade point average while taking 12 or more honors classes. 89 of our seniors are Rader Scholar honor graduates with a grade point average of 3.5 or higher and 12 or more honors classes. 15 of our seniors are AP Scholars scoring 3 or higher on 3 or more AP exams, and 3 seniors are AP Scholars with distinction for receiving at least a 3.5 or higher on all AP exams taken and scores of 3 or higher on 5 or more AP exams. We also have 11 seniors graduating from Cleveland High School tonight who have earned their associate's degree. They've earned their associate's degree from Cleveland State, Tennessee Valley Early College. Please stand if you're part of the TVEC program. Sixteen of our seniors are graduating with an ACT score of 30 or higher, and another 43 students are graduating with state distinction for earning 12 or more semester hours of transcripted dual enrollment credit. Finally, a large group of our high school. As freshmen, 75% of our class of 2021 AP Human Geography students passed the AP Human Geography exam with a 3 or higher, including 4 students who made a 5 and 17 who made a 4. The group of seniors has helped launch a new course, AP Macroeconomics, initiated during a global pandemic. These seniors in this challenging and rigorous course have gone above and beyond. The Health Science Academy has many students who have passed industry certifications and will be leaving Cleveland High with job-ready skills. 14 seniors have obtained their patient care tech certification, and 8 seniors obtained their EKG certification. Sports medicine and work-based learning seniors worked along therapists at Tri-State Therapeutic Riding Center to help students regain confidence, balance, and trust. They stood watch at our athletic events with our athletic trainers at both the high school and middle school, assisting with sideline care for our athletes, keeping our players in the game. The criminal justice seniors argued mock trials, became Supreme Court justices, collected evidence for 3 trials, and took dozens of victim statements. 4 seniors participated all 4 years of high school in the Model United Nations Organization and the Model UN Conference in Washington, D.C. Members of this graduating class presented original scientific research at the Tennessee Junior Academy of Science and also presented original scientific research at the Tennessee Junior Science.
Taya Alexandra Constant. Emma Christine Davis. Joy Elizabeth Douglas. Paul Grand Dowdy. Brenna Leanne Droke. Ella Ruth Dunn. Isabella Kayleen H. Medrano. Joseph McCormick Ilf. Andrew Daniel Elkins. Adam Bryce Irwin Elliott. Wyatt Justice Falling. Milagros Cristina Felix Montes. Landon Michael Fella. Esteban Gallego Marcial. Truman Parker Hale. Catherine Faye Hamilton. Kristen Elise Hamilton. Micah Lynn Hathcock. William Sutton Hicks. Jaylee Reve Engel. Savannah Catherine Ingram. Alexia Marie Jackson. Charity Keisha James. Tinia Linda James. Alexander Lee Jauregui. Christopher Ethan Jones. Kale Skylar Kinney. Catherine Amelia Knock. Grace Isabella Maddox. Trey Edison McDaniel. Katie Elizabeth McGinnis. Yaciel Medina. Ryan Caleb Medlin. Sophia Marielle Milan. Emma Catherine Miles. Philip Sergei Moshensky. Nathan Glenn Moss. Caleb David Mullins. Wanjiku Shiko Pendo Degwa. Lainey Elise Needling. Victor Alexander Pagan. Michaela Ruth Peels. Mariah Nicole Person. Matthew Thomas Peterson. Hunter Jordan Pierce. Evan Lane Rance. Alexander William Reed. Tajila Jan Richardson. Ty Lee Riggins. Jackson Burke Ritstup. Marshall Landon Rouse. Janae Alyssa Ryan. Marcela Santiago. Rina Helena Sen. Rashvi Sanjay Kumar Shah. Abby Nicole Shields. Kara Brooke Snyder. Skylar Allison Stone. Lane Connell Talley. Riley Arlene Taylor. Callahan Grace Tentler. Victoria Lynn Thomas. Emily Marie Thompson. Amelia K. Tolbert. Sadie Grace Tullock. Michelle Wang. Brenda Alejandra Rincon. Savannah Kirk Welch. Kara Bell Williams. Jacqueline Acuna. Cindy Belén Aguilar. Florinda Ofelia Aguilar. Jesús Unique Almendares. Aileen Dayani Alonso González. Ridak Alvarado. Sarah Louise Anderson. Damian Michael Armstrong. Samuel Alexander Arrington. Nakila Ann Ash. Marvel Atepo. Carlos Avila. Stephen Gabriel Asbel. Daquan Deshawn Bailey. Jahadios Antoine Bailey. Dominic Lawrence Baker. Lauren Olivia Baker. Andrew Lee Barnett. Jose Luis Basora Jr. Catherine Raylan Bales. Carmen Camille Beatty. Billy Joe Bell III. Erica Joy Bennett. Cheyenne Rose Betters. Noah Everett Bishop. Jamarian Valshon Blair. Lanaja Elise Blair. Savannah Michelle Bolin. Zachariah Paul Bowden. Claudia Presley Bowling. Deswan Dominique Boyd. Jackson Tucker Bradford. DeAndres Malik Bridges. Elisa Janae Brown. Jasmine Anna Bunton Preston. Noxim Bryce Burns. Jeremiah David Byler. Nevaeh Marie Cato. Blanco. Gilsamiret Garcia. Osvaldo Garcia. Jackson William Gately. Matthew Brendan Gates. Wesley James Gibson. Tobias Jacob Ginn. Guillermo Isaías Ginorio. William Carson Godwin. Katia Gonzalez. Benjamin Russell Gray. Haley Leila Daniela Guerra Mancia. Julia Guthrie. James Ivan Hall. Justin Patrick Hall. Ashton Ryan Keith Harris. David Tucker Herod. James McKay Hartgraves. Philip Eli Hahn. Connor Lynn Hawkins. Taylon Jade Hayes. Martin Alexander Hernandez. Indofrano Hetebak. Darling Hidalgo. Ethan Hill. Lysander Jose Holgan. Prince Charles Holmes. Matthew Lee Hoover. Lauren Charity Hollander. David Luke Hunt. Grant Matthew Hurst. Zachary Nathaniel Islam Jennings. Chance Jeffrey Jackson. Giovanni Jimenez Esteban. Daisy Lisette Jimenez Lopez. Allison Morgan Johnson. Clayton Johnson. Jalen Johnson. Najee Nicole Johnson. Tanner Eugene Johnson. Aaron Allen Jones. James Maxwell Just. Harry Jr. Caius. Timothy Nicholas Kanarski. Juanita Lee Alexis Keith. Seth Chandler Kelly. Haley Marie Ketchum. Charles Alexander King. James Stratton King. Ethan Gage Schroeder Kinsey. Joshua Garrett Kitchen. Nicholas Hunter Kitchen. Mary Ryan Klepper. Jaden Ember Lane. Robert Cale Laxton. Joel Isaí Lemus Rodriguez. Parker Ryan Lenderman. Emily Lankiewicz. Renee Ashley Levi. Grayson Lindsay. Kiesha Shelley Lindsay. Stephen Dylan Linkus. Dylan Kirby Linville. Antonio Domingo Loarca Lopez. Evan Matthew Locke. Noah Jacob Loudermilk. Nicholas James Lovett. Beck Ansley Martin. Jamaria Monique Martin. Jamaya Martin. Leroy Robert Martinez. Quinton Maston. Petrona Mateo Alonso. Ashley Shorten McAllister. William Bryce McBee. Jacob Kelly McDaniel. Blake Matthew McGinnis. Dakota James McGlade. Barkley Scott McGowan. Brian Dakota McLemore. Samuel Medlin. Axel Mauricio Mejia. Ella Catherine Millard. David Lee Miller. Emma Kailana Moore. Tayshan Moore. Laura Isabel Morales González. Esther Joandy Morla. Derek Michael Curtis Mowry II. Amelia Faye Musselman. Evelyn Vanessa Navarro. Evan Alexander Neal. Nataciona Nelson. James Skylar Newman. Elijah Dominic Norman. Kimberly Esmeralda Núñez Alarcón. Nina Nicole Oberlin. Cristian Leonardo Ocampo. Anistus Olodey. Alexander Ortiz Torres. Alexis Faith Overly. Gabriela Padrón. Eli Michael Parker. Adeline Trinity Pastuch. Jay Hiren Patel. Andrea Daniela Pavón Zúñiga. Dustin Allen Payne. Reckon Meno Pedro. Reinaldo Antonio Pedrosa. Logan Randall Pendergrass. Rubén Pérez Gómez. Jennifer Perez. Madeline Rose Phillips. Caleb Klamsavan Paranasith. Alexa Jason William Shadwick Jr., Kyle Lee Sharp, Amelia Nicole Shevchuk, Dawson Davis Schiffer, Waider Karimet Sidney, Aiden David Simons, Brittany Michelle Skipper, Jacob Alexander Stevenson, Victoria Savard Sturkey, Avery Douglas Tate, Mila Rhiannon Taylor, Amaya Janae Terrell, Caleb Mikhail Thompson, Justin Gerald Thompson, Michael Christian Thompson, Hayden Lee Tinsley, Samantha Torres Urbano, Rebecca Lynn Turley, Brandon Valencia, Tatum Lee Vaughn, Sabdiel David Vega Quiñones, Kensington Willow Vereen, Emma Caroline Vineyard, Nathan Viveros, Damaya Danielle Walker, Hunter Watson, Brandon Joseph Week, Faith Welchance, Rafe Austin Wheeler, Kevin Hunter Whiteside, JC Marie Mackenzie Williams, John David Willis, Daniel Wilson, Trevor Vance Wilson, Gabriel Daniel Wright, Haddon Lee Wright, Kylie Lauren Yarber, Naraya Danielle Young, Brianelle Anthony Zachary, Jose Carlos Zavala Guzman, Victoria Zierk,
Oh, they're both opened. All right, can we get a round of applause for our class of 2021 graduates? At this time, I'd like to invite Anna Ingram, our student body president, along with the senior choir members to the C at midfield. Class of 2021, please stand up. Anna is now going to lead your class in the turning of your tassels from left to right. Right to left, I'm sorry. Congratulations, class of 2021. I would now invite all of our guests to stand as our senior choir members lead us in the singing of our alma mater. You can find the words on the back of your program. Okay, parents, get your cameras ready as I invite the class of 2021 to join me midfield to toss our caps. Come forward, please.